What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back for another video. In today's video, it's all about the Lord of the Rings. We're going to build a sword. Let's get it going. Alright, so you guys know that I really enjoy the whole concept of cosplay. I have not officially done it yet. However, I'm still working out a whole bunch of things. One of the things I love the most is weaponry. I have done several weapons, Star Wars, non-Star Wars, and I'm part of a Patreon, Mystery Makers, and he's been doing Lord of the Rings stuff. So there's pipes, like I just did. I think it's there's Gimli and Elrond. I mean, there's all the different pipes. Theron is the pipe I printed. But he also does swords. And currently I have printing the Witch King sword. I forget the name of it, but it's the one that Aragon had. Did I say that right? Anyway, I don't know. I'm old. Forgive me. But there's also this sword here that I think it's called Ring something another. It's the evil dude sword. And yeah, all my Lord of the Rings people are going to be ripping me a new one, and I get it. But yeah, we're going to build it. And this is something that I haven't done yet on my channel. You see it afterwards when I post a picture on my social media. But we're going to build one. And I want to talk through the concept and this and that. First and foremost, Mystery Makers, Patreon. I'm a big supporter of that channel and that Patreon. And this is where I got the stuff to do it. So yeah, let me get a few more supplies laid out. There's something I'm missing and I need to go get that, and I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Believe it or not, the piece that I needed was one of these 5x5 little pins right here. It actually goes in the handle, and it's a alignment pin. So yeah, I needed one of those. All right, need some paper towels, need some gloves. I got a few different types of glue that I may or may not use. So I'm going to show them to you. I actually got something here that's brand new that I've never seen before. And I'm actually sort of excited for this one. All right, we got some E6000. Use this a lot, E6000. Got some JB Weld, super glue. And we got this super weld. This is light activated insta glue. This has me very interested. I'm very curious about this one. Because like I said, I've never seen it, and it's sort of, when it said light activated, I was thinking of resin, and I thought, well, I've done that before. So let's see what this is all about. All right, surely it doesn't need. Oh, it's UV. It's a UV light. Interesting. Huh. Yeah, there's the. Very interesting. All right. I don't know if the actual cap breaks it, pokes a hole in it or not, but we'll find out. Oh, there we go. Let's see. Yep, it sure did. And let's see here. Wow, that is instantaneous. That is legit. This has advantages. This is cool. This is very cool. All right. I'm gonna go and get all the glue opened up, because even if I don't use it for this build, I'll be using it for something. So this may actually be a relatively long video. I don't know for sure yet, because I've never done this as far as a video goes, as far as a build of something. I hope you enjoy it. And this is actually the first of 2 videos. I'm going to do this sword, and I'm going to do the other sword. The main difference between the two is I'm actually going to show you the pieces before I take them off the bed on the printer, because I do it in a raft. So I'm going to show you the raft and me taking them off. This is sort of a spur of the moment thing. I didn't actually plan on doing this per se. It's just, why not? All right, so pieces. Got the handle. Boom. We got the little pin right there. I may have to do a little bit of sanding on it. I have not done that yet, but it'll fit right in there. We have the guard right there. And I wanted to show you my steps. This is the way I do things. So what I do with the pieces, I do a dry fit, and then I put pieces of tape. So A to A, and as you see, I just do A to A. And I look at the pieces, make sure everything looks normal. So like that one right there, I've got the A on the wrong side. Which, guess what? That's okay. Sometimes we make boo-boos. So, we got the A and the A there. That means this B will come over to here. We're going to double check the creases. So that lined up good. C and C. Whoops. Oh, that's D and E. C and C right there. Double check that one. That one looks okay. Then we got D and D. That's right. I said it. D and D. That one's right. And then finally, boom, we got the tip. Check that out. Yep, that one's good too. So I highly recommend doing this because this actually will help in the entire build process. All right, so let's double check this little pin alignment here. We'll do a little dry fit on it. Get it in there. Uh-oh, beep. Got some stuff on the printer. Beeping at me. I usually keep a like an emery board is what I normally use for this, but since this is just one little pin, I think I can get away with just using just a little piece of sandpaper. Again, just going to dry fit, make sure how everything looks. The pin is actually very, very important. All right, a little bit more, just a smidgen more. And this is another thing too, I didn't want to like pre-prep a lot of stuff. I wanted you to actually see as much of this as possible because, it is what it is, right? I'll take my little knife here and I'm going to ream this out just a hair. Let's see what that looks like. These little 5x5 pins, are they absolutely 110% necessary? I'm going to say yes because of that. It lets you line things up. All right, so we got that piece set up and ready to go. Now, as far as the main structure of this, now, you can use a wood dowel. You can use aluminum, which, again, works great. However, I found this 4-foot steel rod. This is steel, and it is the perfect fit for this. No cutting, no nothing. So it worked out great. So as I'm thinking about this, I'll use the aluminum one for an example because it's the same thickness. It's not a, there's a little bit of slack in it, and that's okay. A little bit of play. The wood dowels, you actually have to sand down a little bit, but I already did that on this one because originally I was going to use wood till I stumbled across the steel rod because I wanted some weight to it. So let's think about how we're going to put this thing together. I definitely want strength. So more than likely, I'm probably going to use this 2-part epoxy for the main part of it because I want it to be very, very, very strong. So let me do this. The E6000 will work too, but I just wanted to try some epoxy. Take my little stir stick here. Let's see if we can get this stuff mixed up. So basically, I just want the main part of the handle to really, really, really be strong. Now I probably use E6000 for a lot of it with super glue, but I just wanted this first little bit to be as strong as possible. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and I'm basically just going to coat the bottom of this steel rod with that. And we're going to insert it like so. Boom. So this is basically like 5-minute epoxy. And I just wanted to use it. And there's also some epoxy going to come out at the bottom. So what we'll do with that is we're going to add, you know what, I'm going to try no, I'm not going. I was going to try the light activated, but I'm going to put some normal super glue on it. Maybe. Did I not? Wow, really? You going to be that difficult on me the first time? Fine. I'll get the old trusty Gorilla Glue here. There we go. Get some Gorilla Glue. Get the handle. And again, the alignment peg. We'll get that on there. Get this turned around. And I usually take, when it comes to these things, like just a towel to give me some cushion. And boom. We are cooking with Crisco. So we'll just let that sit for just a minute or two. I will say this, the fact that this is 4 feet long is amazing. Having a 4-foot long sword with a metal rod in it, that is just awesome. Give that a little bit of a wiggle. Just make sure that it's down there right. Check the alignment pin also helps with centering everything. So, but I'm always double checking. Keep adding a little bit of pressure. Could do a clamp, which I keep clamps very, very handily close. But I think we can get away with maybe not using one. Okay, E6000. E6000 is fabulous stuff. I love E6000. But I want to make sure that this actually takes. And I may do little takeaways, little cuts here with this. I don't know yet. I want to try some of this. I want to try some of this other glue too, because it sets. I usually have activator as well. I want to try some of this. Yeah, I want to try some of this glue. I want to see what it does. I want to see if I can activate it. Because if this stuff works as good as it sounds, and as good as that little test I did, this will be great. Get that on there like that. I am loving this. Because normally I use like accelerator. But with this being UV, it's perfect. Because the only thing the super glue is doing is just holding things in place for the main glue to actually set up. That actually did pretty good. Yeah, that's actually really nice. I like that. I do like that. I am going to put a clamp on it though. Just for giggles, let's put a clamp on it just to make sure everything stays copacetic. You got to be careful with the clamps though, because they can damage your piece. So you want to be careful. We're going to put one there. And as you can see, I keep these clamps really, really close by. I keep them handy. I do. I'm going to see if I can get that one. I think we're good on that one. I think one will do it. Yeah. That's the only problem with a point. You don't have a lot of gluing points, but we can make that work. Going to have a little bit of a gap, but nothing crazy. Typically with any kind of 3D printing, you're going to have some kind of a gap. So it is what it is. And usually they're minor, because when you do the finish work, this is not a finished video. This is just an assembly video of this. Okay. So this is probably the most complex piece of this puzzle, is attaching these components. And the reason I say that is because of the guard. The guard actually has a recess here that fits over the actual handle. So we can accomplish it in a couple of different ways. I think the way I'm going to try it is this. I've got a little thing right there. Yeah. So there's like a recess right here at the top, and it actually works great as far as this goes. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some E6000 right around the base here where the shaft is. Just where the shaft is. There we go. Put a little bit there. Then I'm going to take the super glue and put it right here, because that's where the actual guards are going to sit. But I want to put the blade on first. So we'll get that on there. And come in. Make sure that there's like these little points, and you want to make sure they actually line up. Then we'll take this one, we're going to slide that one in like so. And I could actually put some super glue on these little spear points here, but I'm not going to do that. All right, boom. Get that in place. Get that locked in. There we go. This is going to be so much fun. I love building these things. Building the weaponry, I think, is probably one of the coolest parts of cosplay. I mean, the helmets are cool, don't get me wrong. The armor, all that stuff is very, very nice. But to actually build the weaponry, because you can display these. And I think that's the cool part about this whole process, is being able to, paint something up and display it, and it just looks amazing. Like I said, we may do some cuts here because, again, a lot of this is just going to be me gluing and sticking. I still may put some, but I don't know if I'm going to put some glue right there or not yet, because of the fact that I sort of like the fact that that's not glued. So make sure it stays. It's perfect. Yeah, so let me, I'm going to glue in a few more sections, and I'll come back and we'll go from there. But yeah, let me let this dry for a little bit and I'll be right back. All right, we're back. There's another component I talked about earlier, and it's this 2P10 activator. This is great. I use this a lot because of when you're super gluing things, and the activator actually bonds it together, so you can actually let the super glue do its business. In other words, it instantly sets it. So if you do it around the edges, it seems to work really, really good. So I use it a lot. All right, B to B. All right, first things first, we're going to put a healthy dose inside. Put a little bit here on the outside. Put some super glue, because this all still have to be finished and everything. So it that part of it I'm not too worried about. All right, get this lined up. That's pretty much, let's see. Yep, right there. A little bit of activator. And a little wipey wipe, and voila. Boom. Stuck together. Oh yeah. Like my finger is to the towel. All right. And this does help a lot with assembly. A tremendous amount. All right. That's D and E. We need C. All right. We need some more of the E6000 down the hole, like so. And some super glue. And the E6000, it actually dries as sort of like a rubber. So it's very, very helpful when it comes to filling in a gap as well. All right. Let's make sure and get this lined up as best we can. I usually like having a roll of tape. It actually helps things sort of hold it in place while we do the activation. Because here's the thing, once you put the activator down, it's stuck. It is stuck. All right, that's holding that. Let's get this side. Like right there, just got my glove. Got my glove. Boom. Voila. This thing's going to be over 4 feet long. This is 4 feet long. This is a 4 foot long sword. Come on. You have to be excited about a 4 foot long sword. All right, D. Get that. Again. Put a healthy amount in there. And some super glue. And I'm not too worried about getting any like extra super glue or anything like that, because this thing still has to be sanded and everything. So I'm not worried about that. Slide this down. Get it lined up. Oh, that's looking good. Give it some wiggle. And once you have it where you want it, Give it a good dose of the activator. You have a little bit of working time, a little bit, not a lot, but you got a little bit. All right, we got a little bit of a mess, but nothing crazy. Just come back here on the other side, wipe some of this excess off. Boom. And what I typically like to do too is on the other side, I'll come back with the activator and just, you know, it helps. Voila. And we are coming up to the final piece of this sword. And it is literally, seriously, a perfect fit. This metal rod, I'm hoping that it's just as good on the other sword. I actually have another couple of these metal rods. I'm putting on quite a bit in that. So wipe this off. Get my, oops, wrong cap. Hello, where's my cap? There it is. Get that cleaned off. There we go. All right, super glue. And E to E. Voila. Slide this down just a little bit. The tip is probably it's the one that's going to have the most wiggle room. I could have put some tape on it, but to be honest with you, you know, I'd like to make it a little thicker, but I'm okay. Because once the E6000 and all this sets up in like 24 hours, it's going to be tight. It's going to be awesome. Get that on there. All right, let's flip this bad boy over. Take a look at this side. Give her a little bit of a easy wipe. Another dose. And get my, I always remember, put your caps on your glue. Put your caps on your glue. Get rid of that one. I will say this, the metal rod, the steel rod is definitely the way to go. For me anyway, because the aluminum works, but this is the length you get that I could find the aluminum. This is like 3 feet. And I was going to have to cut some pieces. So to find this this piece of 4 foot that actually worked is phenomenal. All right, so I'm going to take off the tape. We don't need that no more. And I still got to do the, like I said, I still got to do the finishing. This is not a paint. This is, I just wanted to show you me putting this together and just see what you guys think. Like I said, 2025, I'm really going to focus a lot on some of this stuff, and still going to do the toy hunts and things like that. But this part of my life, I really want to put a good leg forward in 2025. And when I go to these cons and things like that, I really want to try this part of it. All right. Oh my blessed, this thing is huge. I'm gonna take this off. I put some of the accelerator here as well, so man. Oh my blessed. Look at this thing. Wow. This is probably, it's probably 2 pounds. It's probably 2 pounds, but is that not awesome or what? I will say this, me personally, I wish the grip was a little bigger, but it fits great. It's a good two-handed sword. There's weight all the way through it, but look at this. This is so cool. And again, once I get it painted and everything, and you know, it's make a really good display piece. This is going to be actually pretty simple to paint. It's more like black with some silver tones or you know, metal tones. So I don't know how I'm gonna do it yet, but yeah, there we go, guys. The Ringwald, whatever it's called. Okay, here's the thing. I love the Lord of the Rings movies. I am not a Lord of the Rings historian. I don't know everything about Lord of the Rings. I do mess up names. I'm guilty of that. So, you know, don't be too hard on me, but let me know in the comments. What do you think? What do you think about the video? Did you enjoy it? I hope you did. This is going to sit for a solid 24 hours to let everything, the E6000 and everything dry really, really good. So, yeah, I'm happy. But you let me know in the comments. What do you think about this? And I'll definitely put links in the video to Mystery Maker's Patreon, so you guys can check that out. But highly recommend if you want to print weapons and armor and things like that. I highly recommend checking them out. But pretty simple build, but that steel rod makes all the difference in the world. But I hope you enjoyed it. Again, there's going to be another video with the other sword. We'll do that one a little bit different, but I want to show you that one as well because it's going to be more of a decorative sword where this is more, you know, rugged. But yeah, let me know. If you like the video, do me a favor, hit that like button. It helps the algorithm with the YouTube and all that other stuff. If you want to subscribe to my channel, please consider that. If you want to see me post pictures when I get this thing finished on my social media, guess what? That's easy too. Just click on the more in the description. There's links to all of my interweb. Pick the platform of your choice because if I post to one, I post to them all. Apologies, this is a longer video, but I didn't want to do time lapses or anything like that. I just wanted you guys to see my process. And finally, please, always remember, building weaponry refreshes your soul, and I'll see you next time.